to believe in ourselves.
Tonight, stage and screen icon Paul Newman dead at the age of 83 from cancer. We'll remember the high points of his long career. I'm Kelly Wallace. Also tonight, both candidates claim to have won last night's debate, but what did undecided voters tell our CBS News poll? Congressional negotiators worked through the weekend trying to complete the financial rescue package. And a changing of the guard at the PTA as more dads take a leadership role.
This is the CBS Evening News.
Good evening. Movie fans around the world are mourning the death of Paul Newman, the legendary star of stage and screen who used his fame to raise millions for charity. Newman died of cancer Friday at his Connecticut home. He was 83 years old. Bill Whitaker looks back on a remarkable career that spanned more than half a century.
They say movie stars act with their eyes. If that's the case, there was never a movie star like Paul Newman.
Do you mind looking into my eyes, sir? It feels like a cinder.
Those penetrating blue eyes, mischievous, occasionally menacing, but always magnetic.
Let's hear something else. I can win it. I can win this case.
Born Paul Leonard Newman in 1925 near Cleveland, Ohio, he took to acting early in grade school and college and got television and Broadway parts very easily soon after moving to New York, where he also met a young actress just starting out herself, Joanne Woodward.
You please me and I'll please you.
That was only acting. Newman left his first wife for Woodward and had one of the few happily ever after Hollywood marriages. More than 50 years later, they were together as they received Kennedy Center honors and looked back over a legendary movie career.
I'm back.
Newman won one of his 2 Oscars for The Color of Money, the other an honorary one. But his career might have never gotten off the ground if people judged him by his first movie, The Silver Chalice.
How could you, a Roman magistrate, believe that perjurer? A sniveling little toady.
Newman thought his performance was so bad in that 1954 film that he took out a full-page ad in the trade papers to apologize for it. It would be the only time. Nearly everything else that followed was a critical or commercial success. Somebody up there likes me.
Now listen, boy, you stop this fight, I'll break every bone in your body, you hear me? I'll tear you apart.
The precursor to The Color of Money, The Hustler.
I mean, that ever happened to you? All of a sudden you feel like you can't miss?
HUD.
I don't like setting passes.
Really ease into it then. There's another one coming up on your right.
Cool Hand Luke.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
And a couple of movies that are probably the granddaddies of all buddy movies. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
No, not yet. Not until me and Harvey get the rules straightened out.
Rules? In a knife fight? No rules.
Well, if there ain't gonna be any rules, let's get the fight started. Someone count 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go.
And The Sting.
No sense being a grifter if it's the same as being a citizen.
If there's a common thread among most of those movies and dozens of others, it's that Newman usually played an underdog, an outsider, an anti-hero, an outlaw with a personal moral compass, a rebel with devastating good looks, a down-and-outer trying to redeem himself in The Verdict.
We need only to believe in ourselves.
But Newman downplayed his remarkable range, telling 60 Minutes his success was due less to his acting and more to his looks.
I could puke. Well, mostly because, as I say, it's not an accomplishment.
His success, Newman said, was just luck.
Because I don't know that there was anything else that I could do.
There was a lot that Newman could do. An early civil rights marcher, a political activist attending the 1968 Democratic Convention in support of Eugene McCarthy.
You can't consider yourself a disenfranchised citizen merely because you're in the acting profession.
He became a philanthropist. The profits from his $100 million a year salad dressing and popcorn business went to charity, including a summer camp for seriously ill kids. And if Newman was cavalier about acting, he was passionate about race car driving, still racing himself well past the age of 80, and still an avid fan until the end, here at a practice for the Indianapolis 500 in 2008. His appearance was the first sign that he was suffering from cancer.
The future is murky, and at least it's pleasant to know that you have a past, I suppose.
A past that lives on in a pair of blue eyes electrifying the screen. Believe it or not, Paul Newman was colorblind. Nobody's perfect, but as an actor, as a humanitarian, Paul Newman came close. Bill Whitaker, CBS News, Hollywood.
Turning now to Campaign 08 and last night's first face-off of the presidential race. According to a CBS News poll of uncommitted voters conducted after the debate, 39% thought Obama won the matchup compared to 24% who gave the nod to John McCain. But as Dean Reynolds reports, both sides are claiming victory tonight.
In Greensboro, North Carolina, the Democrats were confident the nation saw something good last night.
They just didn't see a winner last night. They saw the next commander-in-chief.
On the economy, Obama said McCain had dropped the ball.
I don't know how he stood up there trying to defend what's been taking place. Because it was just a few months ago that he bragged he had voted with George W. Bush 90% of the time.
McCain was in Washington today and not campaigning. His priority appearing to be the economic crisis.
I know this is a tough struggle today on this package.
In last night's debate, his theme was clear from early on.
I'm afraid Senator Obama doesn't understand. I don't think that Senator Obama understands.
Obama, on the other hand, harped on a McCain record he found wanting.
You were wrong. You were wrong. And you were wrong.
Within hours, both campaigns had rolled out advertisements to fortify their points. The Republicans noting how often Obama actually agreed with his more experienced rival.
Well, I think Senator McCain's absolutely right. Senator McCain is absolutely right.
But the Democrats pointed to what they saw as a glaring omission in McCain's presentation.
Number of minutes in debate, 90. Number of times John McCain mentioned the middle class, 0.
At first blush, the debate does not appear to have altered much. If one side was looking for a knockout, they'll probably have to wait until the next encounter on October 7th. In the meantime, much attention will be focused on the running mates, who face off this Thursday in what could be one of the most watched vice presidential debates in history. Dean Reynolds, CBS News, Greensboro, North Carolina.
For more reaction to last night's debate, we're joined by our senior political correspondent, Jeff Greenfield. Jeff, great to see you.
Hi.
Let's begin with our poll of uncommitted voters. 46% said they have a better opinion of Barack Obama after the debate versus 32% for John McCain. What accounts for this?
You know, I think, oddly enough, it's the thing that some people thought was wrong with Obama's performance, that he kept saying, I agree with John. I think John is right about this. The McCain campaign even cut an ad. But if you're not judging this as a fencing match, if you're a voter at home sick of partisanship and looking for cooperation, the idea of this younger, relatively unknown guy who's sometimes called a little too arrogant, saying, look, on this stuff we agree, it's exactly the right message. And I think that's why in our poll, in every focus group that I saw, uncommitteds had a better view of Obama after than before.
Interestingly, asked who would make the right decisions about the war in Iraq, 44% of the uncommitted voters said John McCain before the debate. That number jumps to 56% after the debate. Why do you think this is, especially when a majority of Americans in polls say they agree with Obama and want a timetable for bringing the troops home?
Because I think he made his most effective points on why his early backing of the surge turned out to be right. And he is somebody who's well versed in this, and it played to his strong point. I think the voters picked that up.
All right, Jeff Greenfield, great to see you.
Okay.
And this programming note, tomorrow Barack Obama will be Bob Schieffer's exclusive guest on Face the Nation. The Senate today sent the White House a huge spending bill that lifts the ban on offshore oil drilling and offers $25 billion in help to the ailing auto industry. At the same time, congressional negotiators say they want an agreement on the far bigger $700 billion Wall Street bailout plan before the jittery markets open Monday. Thalia Ashuras is on Capitol Hill tonight.
Instead of bolting out of town for the lead up to the elections, members of Congress are buckling down to work today on the Hill, in and out of meetings trying to hammer out the language for the $700 billion bailout bill. The bottom line, the stakes are enormous.
If we don't take action on Monday or Tuesday, Main Street America will be under dire stress.
The current compromise would see the government buying $700 billion worth of bad mortgage-related investments. Paychecks for executives benefiting from the deal would be curbed, and the money would be doled out in installments. But there are many sticking points. Key among them, who would pay premiums to cover future losses, the banks or the taxpayer, and whether future profits from the bailout would go into a housing trust fund. Senators today maintained an optimistic outlook.
There is a widespread feeling that we're making progress.
We're still a long ways from completing it, but we've made significant progress.
But House GOP members, intent on not putting the burden entirely on the taxpayers, insisted they will not be rushed into signing on the dotted line.
And we're not moving on any kind of artificial timeline. We're moving toward the very best solution in the shortest period of time we can get to the very best solution.
As for timing, it appears lawmakers are aiming at achieving a deal by sometime Sunday evening ahead of the opening of the Asian markets. Maybe a vote on that on Sunday night, then again, maybe a vote on Monday. Kelly? All right, we'll be watching. Thalia, thanks so much. Thalia Ashuras reporting from Capitol Hill tonight. Overseas, the deadliest bombing in decades today in Syria, where dissent is repressed. A car bomb exploded outside a government security complex in Damascus. Officials say at least 17 people were killed, all civilians. More than a dozen others were wounded. Still ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, Japanese banks flush with cash and ready to spend it here.
Houseplants make your home look beautiful, but having to water them all the time can be a big job. Forget to water them and they can end up looking like this. Give them too much water and you can end up with a big mess. Well, now there's Aqua Globes, the hand-blown glass ornament that waters your plants for you. All you do is fill the Aqua Globe with water, then press it into the soil. That's it. Your plant stays perfectly watered for up to 2 weeks, and you don't have to lift a finger. Here's why. As soil becomes dry, it releases oxygen into the Aqua Globe, which in turn releases the exact amount of water your plant needs. You can't overwater, you can't underwater. Such a simple solution, yet so beautiful. Each Aqua Globe is individually crafted with genuine hand-blown glass to create a functional work of art that waters the plant for you. Perfect for small or large houseplants, hanging plants, patio plants. Even finicky exotic plants get just the right amount of water. Just fill the Aqua Globe with water, then press it into the soil. It's that easy. No more constant watering or cleaning up the spills. No more worrying about leaving your plants unattended. No more dried out, drooping, or dying plants. Aqua Globes take the guesswork and the worry out of watering your plants once and for all. That's right, you'll get a set of 2 Aqua Globes for $14.99, one in red and one in blue. And when you call, we'll give you 2 more Aqua Globes free. That's right, you get 4 hand-blown glass Aqua Globes in red, blue, green, and multicolor. Each Aqua Globe comes with its own gift box and makes a great gift for any plant lover. That's right, you get 4 hand-blown glass Aqua Globes plus the gift boxes, all for $14.99. This offer is not available in stores.
You can call 1-800-618-3178. That's 1-800-618-3178 to order Aqua Globes. You'll get 4 Aqua Globes with gift boxes for $14.99 plus $7.95 processing and handling. You must be 18 or older to order. You can call 1-800-618-3178.
A clash in California. Chargers, Raiders, a battle in the Buckeye State. Browns, Bengals, the NFL coast to coast. Sunday on CBS.
When it comes to rebounding from a real estate crisis, Japan showed the way a decade ago with a giant government-sponsored economic stimulus program. Now, as venerable U.S. financial institutions crumble, Japanese banks are well-positioned to go on a buying spree. Barry Peterson in Tokyo has more.
When Lehman was sold to a British bank, Wall Street discovered what's in a name. Now, big-name Japanese banks are making their moves. One will buy up Lehman's operations outside the U.S., another taking a stake in Morgan Stanley. They can do it because Japanese investors skipped the subprime frenzy.
We were not invited to the party, so that's why we don't get a hangover.
If Japanese banks were smarter this time, it's because of bitter experience. Back in the 1990s, this economy was going gangbusters. Such a powerhouse that some people feared Japan would economically rule the world. Those were days of diamond-encrusted putters or $130,000 solid gold bonsai trees. People feeling rich based on a real estate bubble that finally burst, driving values of fancy downtown skyscrapers down, in some cases, by 87%. And then came the failure of a century-old securities company, a weeping apology by its president, and massive layoffs. To fix the economy, the Japanese blueprint was Franklin Delano Roosevelt wrestling with the Great Depression. One of his first moves, government programs getting people back to work. In Japan, the government stepped in to keep people at work, spending billions on construction projects that kept workers' paychecks flowing and pouring cash into banks. It wasn't cheap, it wasn't instant, but it worked.
If you keep this going for a couple of years, people have enough money to pay down debt or rebuild their capital or increase their savings to whatever the level they think is appropriate. Then after that, we are back to the normal world.
Today, Japan has cash on hand, ready and waiting for any more good deals from those troubles back in the USA. Barry Peterson, CBS News, Tokyo.
China is celebrating an historic day in its space program. A Chinese astronaut walked in space for the first time outside the capsule, which was launched yesterday. The mission is intended to pave the way for construction of a Chinese space station. Just ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, the governor and the trooper, Sarah Palin, at the center of a controversy in Alaska.
Oh, no. Can't find your phone in that cluttered handbag? Searching for those house keys again. Do you have to dig and dump to find what you're looking for? Then you need the over-the-shoulder expandable organizer from Buxton, makers of fine leather goods since 1898. It's the biggest little bag ever that holds it all and keeps it organized so you find what you need in a flash. Crafted of supple, genuine leather, the Buxton Organizer has this outer pouch for your phone. You'll never miss a call again.
Hello?
Don't lug around a heavy tote. Watch as the Buxton Organizer turns this jumbled mess into an organized success. And it's expandable. Store 2 regular-sized water bottles and an umbrella. Amazing. With the Buxton Organizer, your hands free, making travel a breeze and shopping a pleasure. Look, a regular handbag can get stolen, but with Buxton Organizer's adjustable shoulder strap, it's always secure. There's a special wallet compartment for easy reach and handy slots for your credit cards. You'll be so organized, you can even find what you need with a blindfold. You could pay over $100 for a similar designer bag. Call now and get the Buxton Over-the-Shoulder Organizer in genuine leather for only $19.95. There's more. We'll also send you the digital message reminder, the compact recorder that records without tape.
Butter, milk, eggs.
Then reminds you later.
Butter, milk, eggs.
It's perfect for directions, at work, even the parking lot. Yours free, just pay processing and handling. And ask about the Buxton Organizer in these fashion colors. Get the Buxton Expandable Organizer and the digital message reminder, all for only $19.95. Call now.
To order your Buxton over-the-shoulder bag for $19.95 plus $7.95 processing and handling, you can call 1-800-686-0779. Remember, call now and get the free digital message reminder free. Just pay processing and handling. Must be 18 years or older to call.
A CBS News exclusive, Senator Barack Obama one-on-one with Bob Schieffer on the debate, the economy, and the state of the presidential race on Face the Nation Sunday.
In Anchorage today, protesters demanded that Governor Sarah Palin cooperate with what's become known as the Troopergate inquiry. Just yesterday, 7 state employees refused to testify in a probe that is no longer of interest just to Alaskans. John Blackstone reports from Anchorage.
At the Alaska Legislative Building in downtown Anchorage Friday, the hearing room was ready for 7 state employees subpoenaed to testify. But there was no testimony.
None of the witnesses have appeared.
The inquiry into Governor Sarah Palin's firing of the head of the state police began with Palin promising full cooperation.
I did not abuse my office powers, and I don't know how to be more blunt and candid and honest about it, but to tell you that truth is that no pressure was ever put on anybody to fire anybody.
But now 10 witnesses associated with the governor, including her husband Todd, have refused to testify. Palin's supporters complain the investigation is being used to smear the governor as she campaigns for the vice presidency, and that any findings will be tainted.
If this is all supposed to be done at arm's length for the political process, I think that genie's out of the bottle, and I don't know how you put him back.
Supporters of the inquiry say an all-out push to close the investigation down is driven by presidential politics.
There are many efforts to try to stop the investigation, no doubt about it.
Is the McCain campaign behind these efforts?
It certainly appears that way.
Alaska's Attorney General has filed a lawsuit challenging the validity of the subpoenas issued in the Troopergate investigation. And 6 Alaskan lawmakers who support Governor Palin are seeking a temporary restraining order to bring the investigation to a halt until after the election. While Governor Palin remains very popular in Alaska, Troopergate and the presidential campaign seem to be taking their toll. A month ago, when she got the vice presidential nod, her popularity rating in the state was 82%. Now it's dropped to 68% in the poll released just this week. John Blackstone, CBS News, Anchorage.
Coming up on tonight's CBS Evening News, PTA dads moving to the head of the class.
Spoiled produce? Not again. Stop throwing away your money. Introducing Debbie Meyer's Green Bags, the remarkable new way to save your produce and your money.
Hi, I'm Debbie Meyer, and I no longer lose hundreds of dollars in wasted rotted fruits and vegetables. Now you can share my secret with Debbie Meyer's Everfresh Green Bags. Just look at the difference between 18 days in traditional storage and 18 days in my green bag storage. Do you want this or this? These strawberries were bought at the same time. Just look at the difference. Look at iceberg lettuce after just 8 days. Watch as these bananas age. Look at the difference. The bunch in my green bag is still fresh after 9 days.
Air is not the enemy. It's the ethylene gas that's naturally given off by produce, which causes them to spoil. Old containers and bags trap the gas inside, actually speeding up rotting. But green bags are made with a natural mineral that absorbs and removes the harmful ethylene gas. So now your produce stays fresh up to 30 days. Over 40 million green bags have already been sold. And now you can get 10 of Debbie Meyer's Green Bags for just $9.95.
Whether they're on your countertop or in your fridge, my green bags are the ultimate produce saver. And that saves you money. Look at this broccoli after 21 days, peppers after 16 days. Here are baby carrots after 26 days.
You'll get 5 medium and 5 large bags for just $9.95. They're reusable up to 10 times each, and they're guaranteed to pay for themselves in just one trip to the grocery store. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer. That's right, now you'll get 10 medium and 10 large bags. That's 20 bags for only $9.95. Here's how to order.
You can call 1-800-461-2937 now for Debbie Meyer's amazing green bags. No more spoiled fruits and vegetables. They'll keep your produce fresh up to 30 days. You'll get 10 medium and 10 large bags. That's over 200 uses for just $9.95 plus $6.95 shipping and handling. Must be 18 or older to order.
Sarah Palin. Days before the vice presidential debate, Katie Couric is there with tough questions America wants answered. Monday, only on the CBS Evening News.
Move over, moms. Make room for dads on the PTA. A grassroots movement is underway encouraging more men to get more involved in their children's lives. Correspondent and dad, Mark Strassman reports.
On PTA night in Taylor, South Carolina.
I'm Chuck Sailors. Nice to meet you.
Chuck Sailors works the room one father at a time.
I mean, come on, Dad. We need some help here.
He urges fathers to get involved in their children's schools, a job usually left to the moms.
So if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Sailors is president-elect of the National PTA, the first man to ever lead an organization once known as the National Congress of Mothers.
My mother did a great job. My wife does a great job. But it's time for the dads, the men, to step up and help out.
When a kid sees a parent at school, it's usually someone's mother. Nationally, 90% of PTA membership is female. But across America, grassroots drives are reaching out to dads. In Chicago, a group called the Black Star Project is leading black men back to school, their children's school. Philip Jackson founded the group 12 years ago.
Men must find a way to be involved in the educational development of their children.
The Black Star Project has mobilized fathers in more than 400 cities.
All we need are for men to do what you have done. Children learn more, they learn faster, they have better attendance, higher graduation rates. This is simply from men being involved.
Everybody see?
One study showed in two-parent homes, when the dad was highly involved, the child's odds of getting most the A's increased by 42%.
This is kind of one of the first PTA meetings that I've been to.
It's kind of new to it.
Kind of new to it.
Fathers want that connection.
That's very good.
But Chuck Saylors says many dads don't think they have the time.
They just simply don't like to sit there and listen to a 30-minute report about the gift wrap sale. Okay, fine. Let's make it time friendly. Let's go in and have meetings that are very quick and brief and to the point.
Good morning, Dad.
As a start, Saylors wants dads to give 3 hours, that's all, throughout the school year, to read, volunteer, something. Just get involved. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Taylors, South Carolina.
And we'll be back.
Sealing your bathroom can be a disaster. Your fingers were never meant to be used like this. Just look at the mess. You need Pro-Caulk, the only tool that delivers a neat finish in just minutes, again and again. Apply silicone as usual. Select your sealing edge, then slide along for a perfect finish. Reuse the excess silicone like this and extend the seal without showing the joint. Look again, there's no wasted silicone. Amazing! Select a smaller edge for a thinner silicone finish. Pro-Caulk is perfect for kitchen countertops to seal edges and eliminate those leaking corners. Sealing a corner neatly was impossible, but now with Pro-Caulk you can do it like a professional in seconds. Any edge, any corner, any joint, Pro-Caulk gives you a perfect finish in minutes. Made from Duraflex, the Pro-Caulk set is guaranteed to last year after year. Best of all, there's 8 sealing edges for every application. You get a 16mm corner to ensure a smooth finish, a curved edge to fill in the gaps between flat surfaces, and a grouting tip for between those tiles, and 5 more spectacular edges. The amazing Pro-Caulk toolkit is just $19.95. We promise it will give you a clean, straight finish in just minutes, again and again, or your money back. But if you order now through this special TV offer, as a bonus, you'll get a 3rd applicator for hard-to-reach places. You'll also get a silicone remover to remove and strip old grouting. Plus, you'll get this tube of silicone. Call now and receive the complete Pro-Caulk kit. 3 tools with 12 edges. Silicone remover tool, a tube of silicone for only $19.95, plus shipping and handling. Any edge, any corner, any joint. Your solution is Pro-Caulk. Call now.
To order your Pro-Caulk, call 1-800-666-6846 or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $5.95 shipping and handling too. Pro-Caulk, 2 Morgan Avenue, Norwalk, Connecticut 06851. Call 1-800-666-6846. Must be 18 years or older to order.
A final look tonight at the day's major stories. Negotiators on Capitol Hill report significant progress as they work through the weekend to finalize a massive package to rescue the financial industry.
Please keep your voice down.
And actor Paul Newman, who starred in some of the most memorable films ever made, has died of cancer. He was 83. That's the CBS Evening News. I'm Kelly Wallace, CBS News in New York. Good night.
CBS News.
Next on CBS 2 News at 6, remembering Paul Newman. From the silver screen to the racetrack to his charitable foundation, Newman left a lasting legacy.
Plus, Hollywood reacts to Paul Newman's death, what celebrities and the fans are saying tonight.
Glenn, we've got dense fog at the coast right now, but it's not everywhere. We'll tell you what you can expect into tomorrow for your forecast. It's coming up.
We'll have those stories and Steve Hartman with sports.
It's all next on CBS 2 News at 6.
Popular. I know about Popular.
1.5 million LA theatergoers have fallen under its spell. They'll tell you that Los Angeles has never seen a musical quite as popular as Wicked. Wicked, the Broadway blockbuster Variety calls a cultural phenomenon, now in its final months at the Pantages Theater. Time's running out, so go to Ticketmaster.com today.